It's very good afternoon and all. So my name is Dr.M.Rajajeyakumar. I am working as Assistant Professor Department of Physiology at CSR Medical College in Tamil Nadu, India. So first of all, I have to thank WORAM team to given this opportunity to present the topic research problem. Okay, so all of you kindly mute yourself. If you have any query, you can ask me at the end of the session. So kindly note down if you are having any query regarding this topic. Okay. Okay, fine. So first I am going to start now. Okay, this is my short biography. I have completed my MD from Jipmer Pondicherry. Then I have a teaching experience more than 10 years related to our medicine. Then I have published more than 112 article both in national and international journals at in-depth article journals. I'm serving as editorial board member of more than 110 and also expert reviewer of more than 40 national and international journals. I'm one of the organizations committee member of international conference in various countries in different field of medicine. So I'm working as advisory member of yoga, medicine, and also other ambassador work in international Bentham Science UAE. I have received more than 17 awards, both in national and international level. I visited all the countries like USA, UK, Canada, Singapore, Malaysia regarding my conference. My research interest is particularly medicine. Particularly, we are going to speak about neurophysiology, biomedical engineering, yoga, and medical education. Medical education. Okay. Now we are going to properly to the topic. So at the end of the session, the target audience, you will be able to understand what is defined research problem and problem statement, identifying sources for research problem, what are the different sources to produce the research problem, then what is the main criteria to selecting the research problem, how we are going to select based on what criteria, then importance of formulating research problems. So how we are going to formulate research problem, then structuring the research problem, then finally how we are going to write a good research problem or question or hypothesis. So under this objective only we are going to discuss today. So first one, define research problem. So what define research problem? You just see that what is research, specific issue or difficulty or contradiction or gap in the knowledge that researcher will aim to address or justify in a research study. So another definition is a research problem is a question that a researcher want to answer or a problem that researcher want to solve. Okay, comes to the what is the difference between this research problem and problem statement. The problem statement is the description of an issue currently existing, what is currently existing is going on, recent topic, and which need to be addressed. That is the difference between the research problem and also problem statement. Then it comes to here, research problem. What happens here, you can see that the idea comes from the source comes from the broader area to the narrow down. So that's why we are going to start from broader area to narrow down to a research problem. Then comes to identification source of the research problem. How we are going to identify the sources, what are the different sources of the research problem. See the first, how we are going to get it from personal or practical experiences. So the person, the researcher having the more knowledge about the research skills, in other interest, expertise, the motivation, the creativity, everything comes into the picture to choose the topic. Then review of literature based on the electronic database media. During this, you can see that ResearchGate or Google research, Google Scholars, everyone we are going to see that related to article, we have to search it. Then textbooks, somebody they can read the textbooks. Then library, you can use the library to read the topic related to that particular question. Then previous research, somebody they have done the same topic previously, so that also we can able to check it. Then existing theories, so we can read the book, some theory they will already given, so we need to see that whether the theory is proved or unproved, that also we have to check it. Then social issue, now recently the coronavirus, so then HIV, so many things happen, so to that also we can take it into issue. Brainstorming or concept map with peer groups, we need to discuss with peer groups why it happens, what is the read, the WH question we can ask so many people, then we can able to make a problem questions, how we are going to make it. Then intuition, somebody they have the intuition in their mind how it happens, that also we can have a research question our problem. Then exposure to field situation. Some field we will go there, what kind of field we will check it. So directly you are going to enter the hospital, they can, some field they are going to do the research, then you can easily find out some problem. Then consultation with the experts, what kind of expert we are going, so somebody we are going to meet their guides or some experts in the particular field, medicine or engineering, whatever may be, that and also we can able to check it. Then pilot study, even though we have some doubt, we can do the pilot study to find out the research question or problem. Then comes to the another topic is the criteria for selecting itself. How we are going to selecting the research problem based on the researcher interest. So first, if he will take the why topic or the discipline, then he's going to narrow down after that. How we are going to narrow down depends on the review of literature. Already I told. Then comes the magnitude or size of the work. See that work, that should be the specific, the clear one, and narrow down to the topic. So we need to check that the magnitude of work will be specific, clear, and the feasibility is very important. Whenever we are going to do the research, feasibility is very important. What is that duration of the work? Then funding agencies will be there or not. We need to spend money, or then target audience or subject or population. We need to check it. Facilities, everything should be there. Equipments or tools for the measurement of parameters. Then research, that is very important one, is researchers' capabilities. How they are going to do the research, the level of expertise, what is their limitation or lack, that also is very important to before going to consideration. Then uniqueness. So you are going to see that somebody they have done the same similar study in already. So when we need to check that similar study they have done future. Sorry, whether we are going to do it same thing again or we have to check it. Then ethical issues is very important. We need to check it. Ethical issues will be there or not. Then identifying the dependent and independent variables. The variables also play a major role regarding to formulate the research problem. So that is also very dependent and independent variable. Both should be very important. Then management support. So if they are going to do the research, whether we are going, your institution is going to provide support, or some any ICM or something they are going to give the support, then it will be good. And then next topic, importance of formulating research. Why we need to formulate research problem? What is the importance? The first step is the research problem is a very important first step and most challenging and difficult phase of the research process. It's very important. A problem that contributes new and relevant insights is going to produce some relevant insights. The new idea or new topics like this. The research problem should be withstand the scientific and systematic inquiries. It's going in order, so we need to check it. Anytime you can check it, it's going to be a systematic or scientific inquiry. This is going to prevent duplication of the research. If you are going to do the proper research problem question, it's going to prevent duplication of the research. Then this one research problems based for this very important base for formulating research design for the research proposal. Then is going the very important one, we need to formulate specific or focused research problem rather than broad. Then how we are going to identify the first you identify the broad area or broad discipline in particular field of interest. Based on you need to find out what is the gap in the particular field. Then you start review of literature based on the theoretical question or practical knowledge or methodology or the data collection or method, whatever maybe, you have to introduce that particular method to narrow down your the research problem. Then refining the research question by you are going to ask so many questions, sub questions, or we make the objective or hypothesis to narrow down your research problem. Then how we are going to structure the research problem? Structuring is very important one. Based on sometimes we have some hunches and guesses. That is my hypothesis. What is my hypothesis? It is an attempt to explain the nature of the relationship between the variable and identified in the problem. So we need to so many times we need have some guesses or hunches. Based on that, we are going to make the hypothesis or research problem. So how we are going to use the designs for different type of hypothesis. For example, if you are going to do quantitative designs, use deductive reasoning, so logical conclusion to test this gap is going to test the hypothesis. Then sometimes you are going to use qualitative method to use particularly the inductive reasoning. Sometimes we have only assumptions, we cannot able to confirm our logical thinking. So we need to do that again in future, whether we are going to finalize this topic is good or bad, or whether it's correct or wrong, we need to do it again. Then finally, we are going to discuss about what are the different steps and writing a good research problem or questions or hypothesis. So before that, what is a very important quality or characters of this research problem? You can see this acronym is fine finer maps. What is mean finer maps? Means the first letter is start from F, the feasibility. Second one is interesting, the novelty, ethical issue, relevant, manageable, appropriate, potential value, publicity, and also systematic. So these are the very important quality of research questions before going to make a good research problem or question or hypothesis. Then statement of the problem, I already told the statement of the problem may be a question format or declarative or descriptive format. Both will be there. Depends on the design, whether it's quantitative design or qualitative design. Then comes to, you have to define clearly the technical terms, what you are going to use it in the research problem. We need to address it very clearly, words, phrases with special meaning used in the statement. Then we should avoid unnecessary words or dichotomous questions like either or yes or no. We should avoid. Then value statement like better than, suit, like this. Then moral, philosophical terminology like democracy. Then theological issue, religion and ethical issues. So we should be very careful regarding this type of words or phrases. We have to use it in making the research question. Then it should be testable. It's very important. It should be testable and flexible and should be open-ended. So then we can able to reform it or subdivide it into so many questions. Then we can able to formulate. Then determine the relationship between the variable and research problem. So normally the we need to estimate the relationship dependent variable and independent variable with research problem. That is very important. Then only we can able to get the measurable output. Then finally, we need to evaluate the research problem in case of using SMART guidelines. What is mean SMART guidelines? S means SMART means S stand for specific. Whether it will be specific, not generalized. Then come to, it should be measurable. Okay. Then achievable. Whether we can able to achieve this research plan. Then comes to the relevant, whether it's going to be relevant, and time bound. The duration is very important. So whether it's going to include this SMART guidelines, we can able to make it good research problem or question or hypothesis. So SMART guidelines is very important. Then I given this table some of what is a very important research problem, how we are going to manage it, how we are going to give the solution for this kind of problem. For example, if the study is too broad, the question is too broad, how we are going to make the solution? You have to specify, bring down the variable be less and narrow the question. So more variable, you have to bring it to less variable. Then broader area, you have to bring it to narrow question. This is a very important solution for problem. Second problem is not enough subject. Sometimes you are not able to get so many subject as sample size. So what you are going to do that? You have to expand or expand the inclusion criteria, and also is going to modify the exclusion criteria and some other sources. That means if you are going to increase the duration, we can get enough sample size. Then methods beyond the skill of the investigator. Sometimes if you are not able to do that particular equipment or skill, then you can able to collaborate with the neighbors or neighbor institute or some friends. You can able to do it. So other department, interdisciplinary or multidisciplinary, you have to collaborate. That is going to solve your problem. Sometimes we are doing that question will be too expensive. If you are going to do the research problem, is maybe too expensive. You have to cut down some parameters, and also you need to look for that. Sometimes you are not interested in the particular research problem. You have to discuss with your guide and peers, and also modify the topic and also research question. Okay, these are the some solution I am going to give to make a good research question or hypothesis or research problem. I given some tables. This table is going to show that some what is the example for good research question, some example for bad research question. So kindly go through one by one. You can able to see the difference between the good research problem and also some of the not good research problem. So these are the finalized format how we are going to make the research problem. Okay. Then I have taken some of the reference in this area. Kindly go through that. You can able to read it properly. Then surely you are going to make sure this research problem is going to helpful for in future. So in summary, what we have learned today means, first, what is research problem and what is the difference between the research problem and the problem statement. Second question, how we are going to identify the sources for research problem. So what are the different sources? It comes from broader area to narrow down area. How we are going to make it like this? Doing the review of literature, maybe in the web based, or also we are going to read the textbooks, or using the library. You can able to cut down the unwanted parts. Then you can able to make your research question too specific from generalized one. So once you have make it, this research problem is a very important one. What is the importance? Why we need to do that? Means we need to do the research design from, we are going to make the research design based on your research problem. So what kind of research design you are going to use it, that is a very important one. Then you comes to the criteria for research problem. What is a very important good criteria for research problem? I told you how to mm, make it. So this is a one, fine mass. So final mass is a very important one. Start from visibility, interesting, novelty, ethical, relevant, manageable, appropriate, potential value, publicity, and systemic. So these are the very important factor to decide or design the research problem, good research problem or question or hypothesis. So we need to formulate the question based on this one. Then very important one, how we are going to evaluate once you have made the question, research question or research problem or statement of the problem. How we are going to evaluate it? By using the smart guidelines, whether specific or measurable or achievable, relevant or time bound, everything should be included at this point. So we can able to make a good research question or hypothesis or research question. So this is a very important parts of this today topic. So I cannot able to make everything possibility. So anyway, if you are having any questions or any queries regarding this topic, kindly you can note down and we will discuss regarding the question and answer session.